Congrats, mate. Big win, obviously. I saw you fight last time at Atlanta, and you said after that fight you're a bit annoyed with your performance and you feel like your hands go. What was the biggest change you made between now and this fight?
Nothing, mate. I can't tell you what the fuck's been going on in them last two fights. I just thought, tonight I was like, do you love it anymore? I thought, have I lost a love for the sport? Do you want to fight anymore? You know, you've made 2 good purses, are you financially secure and that's why you're not fighting right? Is it because you've got a girl that you love now? All this shit is going through my head and I thought, have I got it anymore? And tonight I was like, yes I have. So that feeling that I've got inside now, mate, is the best feeling I've ever had in my life.
This has been one of the biggest build-ups to a fight in KFL history. You finally shook hands with Wade after finally felt like he's got a family, he's got anything, but did anything surprise you about the way he came out? It seemed like you were having your way with him on the whole fight.
Nothing surprised me about it. I thought he was going to be a bit stronger and a bit better in the wrestling department. I was probably worried about it for some reason, and like I forget how good I am sometimes. And, tonight was a Brendan Loughnane thing. It was not about the belt. It was not about the money. I just wanted to prove to myself that I've still got it, mate. And I'm just so happy that I did that. And then coming out in that crowd, fucking hell, I'll take that one to the grave.
And like you say, almost every punch, every strike you land with the crowd sounded like it was a knockout from the noise that they're making. So it's been a long time since you fought in the UK. and just reflecting on again how much the crowd makes you feel.
I'm just so glad that Pete Murray and Don Davis and the guys that changed my life by signing with this organisation got to come over and see my stake in the UK and how much everybody loves me in the UK. And fucking hell, that crowd. I don't know if it's just me because I was fighting, but it felt like the whole place was about, the roof was going to come off there at some point. And I'm just so happy that they've invested a lot of time and money into me in this promotion. And I bet at points still thinking, is this fucking really worth it? And now they know. Thank you.
Congratulations, Brendan, on your win tonight, my friend. Obviously, we always talk about fights can be won before getting into the ring or to go on Slash. Do you feel that you got into his head before this fight, and do you think it was won even before you got in there? Do you think you played with his head a lot with the build-up to the fight?
100%. 100% I was in Chris Wade's head. Unfortunately, my plan worked. I know how good he is. On Fight Matrix, I think he's ranked 12th in the world. He's only lost to Russian guys. He's only lost split decisions, been in 4 finals, 5-2 in the UFC. He listed off all his accolades. Do you know what I mean? I've heard them long enough. And all that was playing on my head, and I just went out and just wiped the floor with him. Completely wiped the floor with him. So I'm just so proud of myself right now.
Obviously, from what we were watching, I felt like he was popping off the jab brilliantly, stopping, getting distance. Was that something you planned to do, to pop him off on the jab? Like you say, boxing mentality was going in with the jab to just keep him away, keep him at bay, and then go for the kill when needed.
That's what I always do. That's Brendan Loughnane, and I didn't even know if he was there anymore. Do you know when you just don't know and you're like, what happened in the last 2 fights? Like I was in the last 2 fights before this, and the guy was in front of me, and the combination was there, and I wasn't throwing it. I was having like a block. And in there tonight, I thought, fuck this. Win, lose or draw, let's just fight, mate. And that's when I was at my best.
Brilliant. So obviously, Butler Jenkins coming to the octagon after the fight. What was said between you two, and what can you exploit in this game so you can take the victory come November?
Me and Bubba Jenkins have both been in here for 2 years now. We've known each other. I know his coach. He's a fucking great guy. He's a fucking. I love Bubba Jenkins, mate. I really do. I fought friends before. This is a competitive rivalry of 2 very high-level sportsmen, but I know I'll beat Bubba Jenkins. Like, unfortunately, that's the truth of this situation. He's going to rely on his wrestling, and it's going to be a very similar fight to that. I really do believe that. I believe I'm one of the best featherweights on planet Earth, and tonight I proved it.
That's brilliant, man. Congratulations on your win tonight, Brendan. Good luck in November, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers, thank you.
Brendan, you look like you finally made that peace with Chris in there. Can you tell us what was said back and forth at the end of the fight?
Do you know what it was like? I would be lying if I said to you it wasn't genuine, because it was genuine. I didn't like him. I really didn't like his aura, I didn't like the way he was going on. But when you share the cage with another man for 15 minutes and you both fight your heart out, there's an automatic respect, and we gained each other's respect tonight. Unfortunately, one of us had to lose. What a great build-up. We had loads of eyes on this fight, mate. And we had loads of eyes that was writing me off, including a lot of English press, including all the bookmakers. So I'm so happy to go and put a performance like that in and shut everybody the fuck up. Honestly, that's what I mean now.
Brendan, sorry. Before this fight, obviously we spoke about how little you've been taken down in your career. How do you think Bubba Jenkins' wrestling compares to Chris Wade's?
Chris Wade out wrestled Bubba Jenkins. Simple, easily, very easily. And I think Chris's striking is better than Bubba. And I think you put anybody in there with me. The way I performed tonight, you could put 3 people in there. I was on. You know when you're on? I was on. And like they could have put fucking anyone in there tonight. And I think Bubba Jenkins is a 3-round fighter. I was warming in. I was just getting warmed up. I could jump in there and do another 2 rounds now, no problem. I was talking to Pete Murray, the owner, had Chris Wade with one arm, punching him, going, "Are you enjoying this, Pete? Are you enjoying this, Ray?" Boom. The crowd was going mad. I was just in my zone. I was in my zone, and when I'm like that, it's a bad night for anyone.
And do you think that now that Bubba's seen how difficult it is to take you down to the ground, do you think he will come in there and strike with you?
No, Bubba Jenkins is not going to strike with me, bro. Who is going to strike with me? When I perform like that, who's going to box with me? They're not. They're all going to shoot for the takedown. It's a lot harder to take me down than you think with the switching stances. Everybody doesn't know that I wrestled before I boxed. And everybody just thinks that they're going to just grab me and throw me to the floor. Chris Wade said he's going to Khabib me and talk to me on the ground. Mate, I was about to take you down and talk to you at one point. You know what I mean? So, all these guys, get it out of your head that you think you're just going to wrestle me easily, because it ain't happening.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Do you think then tonight was your best night in this season?
Best night of my life, best performance of my life. All my family and friends that I've not seen me in 4 years fight. I've not fought in England for 4 years. I had everybody there. I had the weight of the world on my shoulders tonight. Let me tell you a quick story, right? There was a guy who sat there ringside tonight when I was 16 years old. He made a song called Time, Chasing Status. And I was in a music festival when I was 16 and I listened to that song and it caught me here. I've used that song my whole career. The guy who made that song was sat ringside tonight. He was like, "I want to come and see you fight live." So he was there, loads of VIPs were there, my mum, my girlfriend, my coach, all my closest people. The pressure was on and I fucking shone.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just got a text from a friend of mine called Benjamin, I believe is a relative of yours, and he just texted saying Lochnanes never lose. But he's also claimed that the Lochnane name is of Norwegian heritage, and I represent a Scandinavian newspaper called Fighting Magazine. So I'm just wondering, do you know anything about that? And if it's true, is that the warrior spirit that made you win?
I don't know if Ben Lochnane's claiming that he's my cousin, but I've never heard of a fucking Ben Lochnane in my life, so tell him to sling it. There you go, tell him to sling it for Brendan. Anything else? We all good?
Yeah.